Everyone, welcome to VINEdots. This is learning English. So today we're going to have a special class on you about something that everyone is talking about. We are talking about the coronavirus. I'm Russ, and with me is my co-teacher. No co-teacher. He did not come today. He's in a class right now. He might join us later. But with me, as always, is Alice. Say hi, Alice.
嗨，大家好。如果有什么中文上可以直接想要问 Russ 老师的话，都可以直接在上面留言，或者是更厉害的朋友们可以直接用英文 ，Russ 老师都会直接回复你们哦。
Okay, the way it works is every week I'm going to go in and I'm going to teach you guys English. So every week we have a different topic. So you just sign on and ask questions. This is your opportunity to use me, right? I am here to make myself available for you to answer all your questions about English, about life, about culture, about everything. So the more questions you ask me, the more I will be able to help you. And so I'll be teaching the class. Every week I'll have a different teacher come here and help me, and you can improve your English. If you have any questions or any comments, you can ask Alice directly. She's going to be handling the chat room, so chat with her, and anything you need, she can let me know. So let's begin about the big topic today that everyone around the world is talking about: the coronavirus. Not corona like the beer. This is not a beer virus. That's right. Do you know why it's called coronavirus? What? Oh, because you have to wear a mask. Corona. First of all, it gets the name corona because the virus, it looks like a circle like this, right? And it has lots of things sticking out, like a crown. So when a king wears a crown on his head, right, it has like this thing sticking out. So how do you say crown in Latin? Corona. So corona means crown. Corona is actually how you would say it. Corona means crown. So this is the crown virus, or the corona virus. And the biggest thing, the biggest controversy is a problem. Controversy is like something that people fight about. People feel strongly A, or people feel strongly B. The biggest thing is this right now. How do you prevent getting sick? How do you prevent being infected by this virus? Infected. I-N-F-E-C-T. Infected. So people get infected by this virus because someone has this virus and this person gives me the virus. So they are infected by not water, but little drops of water. We call that droplets. Droplets. D-R-O-P-L-E-T. Droplets. And droplets are little pieces of DNA, little pieces of spit or saliva that comes from your mouth or from your nose, and they drop from you out here. So we call that droplets. So example, if I sneeze, achoo. If I sneeze, lots of droplets come out of my mouth. Or maybe from my eyes, maybe I'm sleeping, so I get a lot of, what are these called over here? Oh, very good, Yoshi. Droplets. D-R-O-P-L-E-T-S. Droplets. So when I have droplets coming from my eyes, when I'm sleeping, I have these sleepies. They're called sleepies. And they come out, and then I touch them in my face like this, and they drop onto the ground. So we have to protect ourselves from droplets. So how do we protect ourselves from droplets? A mask. A mask is one way to protect yourself from droplets. So let's see how we put on a mask. So this is a brand new mask right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the way the doctor, microbiologist, the way a doctor says you need to wear a mask. The first thing, and this is very hard to do, the very first thing is you are not allowed means you cannot touch the mask, right? It's very hard. You have to only touch the string. That's what the doctor tells me. I don't know. To me, this is very difficult. So here's the mask. And this is a special type of mask. We call this mask surgical. This is a surgical mask. SURGICAL. This is a surgical mask. Here's one type of mask, a surgical mask. Sometimes you have what's called an N95 mask, which is one that covers your face like this, right? That's an N95. This is not it. This is a surgical mask. Surgical mask has two parts, the blue and the white. So the white is inside, the blue is outside. Inside here on this mask, it's not like plastic or paper. Inside it has what's called a filter. Filter. So see this right here? This is also a filter for my voice. The same thing, we have a filter. She puts on her mask every day. Really? Every day? I cannot wear a mask every day. But this is how you wear the mask. And I'll show you why I cannot wear the mask. So there's two parts. See this part here? This is where the nose goes. And see what I did? I touched it. The doctor tells me don't touch it. Sorry. So I put on the mask like this. And I pinch the nose. And I put this part over the bottom of my chin. My chin. This part is called my chin. This is called, does anyone know what name this is? Alice, do you know what this is called? Okay, Alice always complains about this part of her nose. She says this part of her nose is very small. She wants like this. Alice, go like this. This side. This is the bridge. This is called the nose bridge. So we're supposed to put this over our nose bridge. So I put it on over the nose bridge. And this part goes under my chin. And this is how the mask goes over my nose bridge. So this is a way that you can protect yourself from the coronavirus. I see someone very good, nose bridge, CCCC 112888683. Very good. Nose bridge. So you put on the mask. Someone said they wear the mask every day. Who said that? I cannot read her name. Who's this? 29. Some. What's her name? 还在想. Hello, 还在想. You wear the mask every day? Can you breathe? I cannot breathe. Yeah, she said I put on mask every day. when I wear the mask every day, I cannot breathe, really. I have a lot of trouble breathing in this. It gets very hot and I feel more sick. But some people need the mask every day. So that's a controversy right now that people are talking about. Can the mask help prevent the disease from transmitting? So that's my question to you. Are masks effective? Effective. 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 Are masks effective? The reason I ask if masks are effective, because some people don't think masks are effective. Some people think masks are effective. Because one thing I noticed, and we are in Taiwan right now, is many people are scared. They are scared of the coronavirus. Because they are scared of the coronavirus, they want to wear masks every day. My worry about wearing masks every day is some people try to hoard masks. Hoard. Hoard. Does anyone know what hoard masks mean? What does that mean? Hoard masks. So I'll tell you a story. I have one student, and my student told me that his mom is older now. She's retired. Retired means you don't work anymore. You finished working. You're old enough that you don't need to work anymore. And she wakes up every morning at 6 a.m. and she walks to 7-Elevens. Not one, not two, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She goes to 10 7-Elevens, 10 convenience stores to wait in line to buy masks. She buys a lot of masks so she can give people. She is hoarding masks. She is collecting many, many masks and don't give them to people. So that's one problem, because some people hoard masks. Some people try to profit from masks. Profit from masks. Profit from masks means you want to profit. Profit is money. You want to make money. So some people make money by selling masks. I laugh because one user quoted LeBron, right? Yeah, LeBron's not going to win. Not one, not two, exactly. I know what you're thinking. Very good. Okay, so some people hoard masks. Some people use money, profit, to sell masks because they know people are going crazy to buy masks. So they take a lot of masks and they try to sell them to people. That's not good. So that's one thing that people are doing. So I'm asking you, are masks effective? I have one way to help you. I'm going to help you how to prevent illness. Prevent from getting sick. And we call this Wuhan. Wuhan. Okay? So say with me. Wuhan virus. Wuhan, you protect yourself by Wu, W. Thank you, Luke. W is for wash. Wash your hands. Wash your hands frequently. Wash your hands when you get to the office. Wash your hands definitely after you go to the bathroom. Of course, you have to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. Wash your hands when you walk into a restaurant. Wash your hands when you leave, when you come in. Wash your hands frequently. Make sure to use soap. You should be using antibacterial soap. I should probably write that down for you guys. Antibacterial soap. This is a big word. Right there. I wrote it down for everyone. antibacterial soap. You should wash your hands with antibacterial soap. What is bacteria? What is bacteria? Bacteria is all the yuck, dirty things that's in when we cough, when we sneeze. The virus is nothing but bacteria and germs. So antibacterial soap helps kill all the germs that are on your hand. So that's W, wash your hands. U, what's U for? Use masks properly. Good, wash your hands every time. Thank you, Olivia. Wash your hands every time. U is for use masks properly. Properly. Proper means to do it good. If you do something good, you do it properly. If you do something bad, you're doing it improperly. Improper. So let me give you an example. I drink water. This is the proper way to drink water. You open, you do it that way. But maybe I want to drink water improperly. So I do like that and it spills everywhere. Improper. That's not a good way to do it. Proper. The way I sit. I'm sitting like this. Proper. Maybe if I sit like this, your mom doesn't like that, right? That's not good. So that is improper. So you should wear masks properly. Bridge on the nose, bridge closed. Under your chin. Wear masks properly. Don't wear it. I see some people wear it like this. That's not properly. Alice, like this is okay?
No.
No, not proper, right? How about like this? Is this okay? No. So wear masks properly. I always see little kids. Little kids always wear the mask improperly. Yeah. So that's properly. Let's see what else. Woo. So we have W, wash hands. U, use masks properly. H, have your temperature checked regularly. H, have your temperature checked regularly. So one thing is, I teach in Taiwan and I teach in many different companies. I go from one building to another building to another building to another building. And every time I go into the building, right now people go and they check my temperature. They check, make sure I don't have a fever. Fever. A fever is when your temperature is very, very high. So what is a normal temperature? A normal temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you know what I said? In Taiwan, they never use Fahrenheit. Oh, well, yes, in Taiwan, they don't use Fahrenheit. Americans are stupid. For some reason, they're the only country in the world that uses degrees F, Fahrenheit, right? I don't know why they use Fahrenheit. They're really, really dumb. But they use Fahrenheit. In Taiwan and the rest of the world, we like to use Celsius. Celsius. So we don't use Fahrenheit. We use Celsius. Let me write Fahrenheit for you. This is Fahrenheit. But in Taiwan, we don't use Fahrenheit. We use Celsius. Luke, 37.5 and up. That's what? That's degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius? Which one is it? So I don't know. We use Celsius. So let's see what a temperature is. I'm looking here at body temperatures. Maybe a 37.5 or maybe 38. If your temperature is 38.8 degrees Celsius, it's pretty high, and you should go see a doctor. You should definitely not come to work. Don't come to class. If you're one of my students and you have a high temperature, please do not come to class. Celsius, that's right, Celsius. Yeah, so we like using Celsius in Taiwan. We're not like dumb Americans and want to use Fahrenheit. Before, I used to use Fahrenheit all the time, but now that I live in Taiwan, I got used to Celsius that I completely forgot what is Fahrenheit. So W, wash your hands regularly. U, use masks properly. H, have your temperature checked regularly. A, avoid large crowds. This is very hard to do in Taiwan. Avoid large crowds. Why? Well, in Taipei, it's very crowded. MRT, public transportation, the subway, it's very crowded. Crowded means, what does crowded mean? Many people. Crowded is when there are many people on the street, many people in an office, in a classroom, in a restaurant. It is crowded. And I don't know about your city, but in Taipei, everywhere it's very crowded. So I hope you can avoid large crowds. Yes, Fish Ringo, it's cold, wear more. You think it's cold? I'm okay. What's the temperature today? I don't think it's too cold today. Taipei weather. I want to see what the weather is right now. Oh, I guess Fish Ringo is right. Right now it is 16 degrees Celsius in Taipei. 16 degrees Celsius in Taipei. In Fahrenheit, it is 61 degrees Fahrenheit. 16 degrees Celsius. I told my sister, right? Now, I live in Taipei, but my family lives in Boston, in the U.S. And I told my sister, oh, Yesenia, it's very cold. I'm really cold. And she said, what's the temperature? I said, it's 16 degrees Celsius. Do you know what the weather is in Boston? 2 degrees Celsius. Very cold. So she told me, no, it's not cold. So, okay. So comparatively, it's very cold. But yes, for A, you want to avoid large crowds. Because you're right, Luke, it's very difficult. There are large crowds everywhere. There is a saying that people say in Taiwan all the time about large crowds. Alice, please tell me, what does people mountain, people see? What does that mean? I hear that all the time. People mountain, people see. Can you write that? Right.
人山人海.
How do you say it?
人山人海.
Oh. People mountain, people see. So there you go. Thank you, Chimpy. Thank you for writing that. I think it's so funny. I love it when I hear people say people mountain, people sea, because I'm like, huh? What does that mean? And they don't know how to explain it. So you can just say it has many people or it is crowded. 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 It is very, very crowded. Yes, so I know it's very difficult, but try to avoid large crowds. For example, school in Taiwan got pushed back 2 weeks. So they extended school by 2 weeks so that you don't have all these kids coming to school when everything is sick. Maybe a lot of trips, a lot of vacations have been canceled, so you can avoid large crowds, because large crowds, more droplets. And N, right? We have Wuhan. W, wash hands. U, use masks properly. H, have your temperature checked regularly. A, avoid large crowds. N, never touch your hands with unclean hands. That's what N means. Never touch your hands with unclean hands. That's N for Wuhan. Let me write that for you. Never touch your hands with unclean hands. So if your hands are dirty and you touch your face, what are you going to do? You're going to get droplets from this, from the table, from the chair, from everything onto your face, and it's going to get inside you. Or you're going to get your sleepies or your spit, your saliva into other things. So N, never touch your hands with unclean hands. This is very difficult for me. I always need to touch my face. Do you know why? Who knows why? Raining cats and dogs. People. Oh, raining cats and dogs is okay, Qingping. It's okay to say that. The problem is, in Taiwan, I hear people say it too much. So don't say it too much. Luke, you are so smart. Earlier I asked why it's hard for me not to touch my face. Oh, Luke is very smart. I have a beard. And my beard is very itchy. So I always have to scratch my beard. So it's very hard for me not to touch my face. So I'm always washing my hands and I'm going, interesting, like this, just because it's itchy. So thank you, Luke. So N. Oh, very good. For your beard, this is a beard, but this is a mustache. Mustache. Beard. Mustache. Remember, if you have a question, you can write your question in your native language, in Chinese, Japanese, Korean, any language you want, and you can write it to Alice, and Alice will tell me when you guys have a question. So if you have an English question about the coronavirus or vocabulary, grammar, anything, you just ask me and I'll be able to help you, okay? If they have a question, you just ask me, okay? All right. Okay, so we know Wuhan. Wuhan, W, wash your hands regularly. U, use masks properly. H, have your temperature checked regularly. A, avoid large crowds. And N, never touch your face. So because of the Wuhan virus, everyone is scared. There are a lot of people that are saying lies about the virus. And they're not really lies, because lie is saying you're not true. Maybe people just don't know. For this, we say misconception. This is a difficult word. Misconception. A misconception is something that many people think is true, but it is not true. We call that a misconception. Misconception. So there is a misconception out there that Wuhan virus comes from people eating bats. People eating dogs and eating wild animals, eating mouses. Exception or close? So that's what a misconception means. We don't know. We think, right? Everyone said that the Wuhan virus originates from the Wuhan sea market and the seafood market. And the seafood market sold wild animals. But we don't really know exactly where the coronavirus came from. So we don't want to push lies. We just want to say, oh my God, I can't believe they eat those animals. That's okay to say that, but we don't know. So that is a misconception about the Wuhan virus. There is a misconception that they eat many wild animals, right? Not everyone. Some people do, some people don't. Many times in the US before, when I was living there, many people would, how can I say this nicely? Sometimes people will say not nice things about Asian people, Chinese people, Korean people, Japanese people, Taiwanese people. They will say, oh, Chinese people eat dogs and cats. Well, do they? Well, I guess they do, but not all people, not all places, right? So that's why we would call it a misconception. Misconception. And one thing I really want to do on this TV show, and we're going to meet every week, every Friday, I'm going to have this class. And one thing I want to change is any misconceptions about culture. I want to answer all your culture questions, and I want to answer them. I want to change the misconceptions about different culture around the world. So that is there are many misconceptions about the virus that we want to change. Okay. So one thing that happens is that because there are misconceptions about the virus, things that they don't know, many people have started to discriminate against Chinese people. Discriminate. Can someone tell me, what does discriminate mean? Anyone out there? What does it mean to discriminate? Oh, I wrote it wrong. What does discriminate mean? Can anyone tell me? Oh, yes. Choo-choo09. Excellent. Jessica, you have no idea. Discriminate means to look down on people. To look down, it doesn't mean like I look down on you like this. It means I think you are less than me. I am better than you. Right? So I look down on you because I am better than you. I'm smarter, I'm richer, I'm better than you. We look down on people, or we discriminate on people. So right now, many people have started to discriminate against Chinese people. And that's kind of wrong because maybe the coronavirus originated from China, and maybe the governments and the health officials and people are not doing a good job to protect people. Maybe they're spreading lies or misconceptions, but it still is a human disease. There are still people, many people, Chinese people, non-Chinese people, foreigners, many people that are sick or that are getting sick because of the coronavirus. So you should not discriminate against Chinese people, but you have to protect yourself. So that's the challenge. I know many airlines right now have stopped flights to China. Many countries have stopped allowing people from China to visit them, to travel to their countries. Is that fair? Is that right? I don't know. It's a tough question. I can't answer that. All I can say is that if you are sick, you need to be quarantined. What does quarantine mean? Quarantine. You have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. What does it mean when you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks? Let me write that down. Quarantine. Ooh, isolation. Yeah, you have to be quarantined. I remember I have a dog. Maybe you guys don't know. I have a dog named Joker, and my dog is very cute. Everyone loves my dog. And when I brought my dog from the US to Taiwan, he had to be quarantined for 2 weeks. And if you are sick, you need to be quarantined. Princess Olivia, you know about the Princess Cruise Line? It's a boat, a ship that is stuck in Yokohama Bay in Japan. Yeah, that is being quarantined. So they're kept in isolation. They are blocked, and they can't disembark. They can't get off the boat. Yeah. So I want to ask, should your country have a travel ban? A travel ban. B-A-N. Travel ban. Anyone know what is a travel ban? Travel ban is when they tell you you cannot fly. You can't fly from your country to China, or people from China cannot fly to your country. We call that a travel ban. What we do here is we restrict people from traveling from one country to another country. Restrict. Restrict. I like this word. Restrict. Restrict is a good word to know. Yes, Luke. Luke, do you have a girlfriend? I want to ask Luke a question. If he has a girlfriend, just tell me a big yes or a big no. No? Okay, Luke, pretend you have a girlfriend, right? If Luke meet Princess Olivia meet Luke, you guys should talk. You guys are both very, very smart. Okay, so let's pretend Luke and Princess Olivia are dating. They're a couple. And Luke tells Princess Olivia, no, you cannot do that. So Luke is restricting Princess Olivia. So, Alice, what is something that Taiwanese boys restrict their girlfriends from doing? Taiwanese boys tell their girlfriends, no, you can't do that. Maybe makeup? Put on too much makeup? Oh, short skirt. Yeah, many boyfriends restrict their girlfriends from dressing too sexy or wearing short skirts. So your skirt now, your boyfriend would say, no, you can't wear that. Right? Okay, so that is restrict. So a travel ban is when you restrict people from one country traveling to another country. Okay, Luke? Luke said no. Luke, don't restrict your girlfriend from doing many things. Remember, happy wife, happy life. Okay, well, there are many restrictions because people are concerned. Concerned. A concerned is when you worry. Luke, why are you concerned about Princess Olivia wearing a short skirt? Why are you concerned? Teacher's bad. Look at what Fish Ringo said. Thank you, Fish Ringo. Yes, worried, exactly. Fish Ringo. People are concerned. They're worried, right? So you have worry. Concerned is more than worry, right? So you have worry, you have concerned, and then you have a big one. Very, very concerned. Anxious. Anxious. Anxious is when you are so worried, you are so concerned that you start, maybe it's a little bit more physical. You start like, oh my God, it's too much. And you start maybe going a little crazy. So we call that anxious. For example, I am afraid of heights. Right? So if I go to a building, like if I go to Taipei 101 and I go to the top of Taipei 101, I can't go near the window because it makes me feel very anxious, very, very worried. So that's yes, it's a lot higher than worried, anxious. So right now, people are not worried, right? People are not concerned. Right now, people are getting anxious about the coronavirus. So this is why many people are. This is why many people have had travel bans, or they hoard masks. They wear lots of masks. What are you concerned about? What are some things in life that you guys are concerned about? Princess Olivia, what are you concerned about? Or B90, tell me one thing that you're concerned about. Alice, what are you concerned about? Police? I don't know. What are people concerned about these days? People are concerned about their job. People are concerned about Taiwan. People are concerned about the economy. The United States is concerned about everything. The trade war. Chiu09, you're concerned about getting old? You don't need to be concerned about that. Yesterday was my birthday. And see, I have many gray hairs already. I just turned 38 years old. So maybe I should be concerned about getting old. Princess Olivia, you're concerned about water? Why are you concerned about water? Surviving. Don't worry, B90. You are fine. You are safe. You're at home. You're wearing a mask. You're washing your hands. You're avoiding large crowds. Swimming. Oh, so you get anxious about swimming, maybe more than concerned. I am also afraid of water. I am also anxious when I go swimming. So every time I go to the beach, actually, I don't like going to the beach because I also don't like water. But when I go to the beach, I wear the tube and I wear the hands and I look very silly because I always have a life raft with me. I always want to protect myself. Those are some things that we are concerned about. Okay, yes. Is this who I think? How'd you know it's from me? Hello, sir. Everybody can hear me, really?
Yeah.
Am I that loud? We have a special guest for you today. You want to have a seat here?
I gotta go. I'm wearing a mask.
We're talking about the coronavirus.
Yes.
And we're talking about our concerns. What are we concerned about? This guy. Okay, everyone, I would like to... these are the people they're talking... I want to introduce Nigel to the whole setup. Camera, microphone, Alice. These are people that are watching right now. And these are some of the things that they're saying. Everyone, I would like you to meet Nigel.
Do I take off my mask?
No, you can wear your mask. That's fine. Okay, so Nigel is very, very much concerned about getting sick. Why are you so concerned about getting sick?
I think because people. They gave me one. Well, because people are very concerned in Taiwan. A lot of people are washing their hands every 5 minutes, wearing masks everywhere. So you kind of also buy into it. And you're like, okay.
All right, you'll do it too.
Let me do it too.
Okay. So you have bought into it.
Yes.
Buy into means you 100% agree with something. So now, Nigel, I've seen you with the mask ever since Chinese New Year. You wear the mask every day.
Well, yeah, also because to make other people feel comfortable.
What do you mean?
Because as a foreigner, this wearing a mask is a foreign idea.
Okay, that was very complicated the way he said it, but we're foreigners, right? So in your country, do they wear masks?
No.
In my country, they don't wear masks.
Right.
In the United States, they don't wear masks. So for us, wearing a mask is a very strange idea. It's a very foreign idea. Mm-hmm. It's an idea that we just don't get. We don't understand why wear a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you go overseas,
yeah,
and you wear a mask, people look at you and be like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That person is really sick.
The only people who wear masks are like doctors, surgeons, or you're dying. Right. You have a disease and you're gonna die, so they put on a mask on you. That's the only people that wear masks overseas.
Right.
So when we see masks, we think, that's a little strange.
So actually, one time I went back home with a Taiwanese person, and they were wearing their mask the whole time. Mm. And I had people ask me, why are they wearing a mask? Are they okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is a very, very common thing in Taiwan. It makes other people feel comfortable, I think.
Yeah.
So that's why we do it.
Alice, you wear masks? Do you wear masks? Yes. Every day? Every day.
Every day.
And when you travel too, when you go abroad, right? Oh, okay. At the beach, no. At the beach, no mask. But traveling, definitely wear the mask. Okay. Yeah, so that's why. But now you wear a mask to help Taiwanese people feel more comfortable.
Feel more comfortable, because even if you... people look at you like, oh, wow. Are you okay? You need to go see a
doctor.
But I totally understand it. That's why I buy into it.
Yeah. Olivia just asked you if you're sick.
No, I'm perfectly healthy, Olivia. Thank you for asking.
But here's one funny thing, though, about Nigel is you are very, very scared to get sick.
Yes. Yes. And when I first came to Taiwan, because I didn't know, so I didn't do a lot of things that I do now.
Yeah.
Wash my hands, wear a mask. So I used to get sick a lot.
Okay.
But now, I wash my hands, I wear my mask, and, I'm okay.
LWC06020. I don't know who that is, but she says to wear masks because there are kids in the house.
Yes, you especially
Kids are dirty. I'm just gonna say it. Kids are dirty.
No.
Kids, yeah, man. Like, how many times do you see this? I see a kid like he's sick or whatever, and he puts on the mask, and like he's like this. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Use a tissue, blow your nose. And then they're going, they're touching, they're running. Kids are dirty, man.
Yes and no. I think kids, because they're kids, they don't know any better. So we
don't know any better means they don't know. They don't know what they should do, or they're too busy playing or thinking about other stuff that they don't pay attention to some of these things.
Right.
So they have a lot of germs on them. They have a lot of bacteria on their hands and faces and everything. Yeah. So definitely with kids, you have to.
You have to be, and because we teach kids as well. We deal with a lot of kids, so you learn to be careful around kids.
Be careful around them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are some things you heard about the coronavirus? Some misconceptions or some news or some strange things you had?
Well, actually, there's a
LWC. You can't control the kids, so you have to protect ourselves.
True.
Just run away from the kids. What are some news you heard about the coronavirus?
I heard it came from bats.
See, that's what I was saying. That's a misconception.
Right.
Yeah, maybe it came from bats. Maybe it came from people eating bats or eating undercooked bats.
And snakes. I heard snakes and rats.
But they eat snakes in Taiwan. And
True.
No one has gotten sick from snakes in Taiwan.
True. So, somebody was saying, well, I don't know. I can't confirm anything. So, it's a misconception that is going around.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. So, we need to call Batman. Yeah. Yes. So, many people are sick. So, the coronavirus basically affects your immune system. And your immune system is the part of your body. I'm going to just write this word down for them. Immune system. Immune system is the part of your body that heals you, that helps you take care of yourself. And the coronavirus basically attacks your immune system. So then you can't recover, and you're more susceptible to other illnesses
you get
pneumonia.
Sick easily.
Yeah, you get even more sick. And more things. So a lot of people have been getting very sick from this.
Right.
But there was a big SARS incident. Are you familiar with SARS? You weren't here during the SARS thing.
I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, I also wasn't here during the SARS thing. So a lot of my students have been telling me that the reason why they're so anxious and concerned about it is because SARS was a big deal here in Taiwan.
It was.
So after that, many companies implemented like SOP to combat this, combat the spread of diseases. So they're just following procedure, making sure nothing happens.
True.
To everyone.
So you're right, because I wasn't here for SARS, and then I've been asking the question because I don't know, and you find a lot of people. So that's why people are always wearing masks, always washing their hands, because of the experience.
The experience
from SARS.
From SARS.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with that, with the big epidemic like that.
True.
I don't know. I should get used to wearing masks because I don't wear masks.
Yeah. Actually, my question is what is the best way to wear a mask?
Well, I explained. Okay, so I actually talked to a microbiologist about this, and I explained to them earlier the proper way of wearing a mask. Because what the mask does is there's different types of masks, and this mask, the reason it has this thing there is because it actually has a filter. It has a filter that prevents the bacteria from going through. So one misconception that I heard is you can reuse masks.
Right.
And some people like reuse masks, and some people use them every day. Use a new one every day. So like I asked Alice, like, you just wear the same one you wore before? And no, she was like, oh, it has to be a new one. Has to be a new one. And I was like, well, why? And because I found out that the bacteria actually get stuck to this.
To the mask.
Yeah.
So I have bacteria right now?
Yes. So this prevents, the bacteria is here, and it prevents you from spitting out or any of that stuff from going out. So it keeps it on this. So you have to throw it away because this actually keeps the bacteria from going through it. It's a filter. So like how long, a water filter.
How long should I wear it? Just one day?
One day.
One day.
One per day. One per day.
One per day.
Yeah. So then that keeps it. Yeah. Because I usually just keep one and throw it in my pocket or whatever.
Again and again. You see, you don't know.
Yeah.
I wear it and then I reuse it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you have an NHI card? A health card?
Yes, I do.
Now, one of the things, Taiwan was actually rated #1 in healthcare in the world, I think, recently. Yes. Because you have excellent healthcare, and one of the things that with your card is you're entitled to get 2 masks per day. So you're limited 2 masks per purchase every 7 days. 2 masks for a 10 NT. And all you have to do is you have to go to 7-Eleven and you show them your health card and you can purchase masks.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a new thing that the government is doing here in Taiwan to help combat this. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Nigel.
All right.
Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
All right. If you see Nigel on the street, just stop and say hello.
All right.
They're going to stop every random black person. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. He has 2 masks per week. That's right. Yeah, Nigel has to get going. He has another class that he has to run through. And we're almost out of time. So I want to say thank you all for joining us for this class. As I said, we're going to do this every week from now on. We're going to start by just doing it once a week. But if there's enough interest out there, we'll start doing it twice a week, this class. If you want to know more about me and Nigel and my company and what we do, you just can go and check out our website. Our website is VINEdots.com. And basically, I didn't introduce myself. Basically, my name is Russ James, and I've been living in Taiwan now for 13 years. I forget. Long time. And I opened the company 10 years ago to teach English. And basically, a lot of students request my classes, and I just don't have time to teach new classes. So instead of teaching classes to a few people, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to teach English every week to everyone for free. And by going to here with 17, they have a wonderful platform. The bosses and the people here are so friendly and so nice, and we decided to partner up to give you some free English classes that you can just log in and ask questions and practice your English with me every week. And if you want to know more, you can visit us at VINEdots.com. That's our website, where we also have free English classes, and we have different videos, and we basically teach business English or help you with travel English, or right now we have a new hair salon class, lots of different English classes. If you want to, you can also listen to me on ICRT. Every Thursday morning, I have a radio show on ICRT called English X. You can listen to me then. So there's no excuse for you not to improve your English. Now, many of my students always tell me why they don't improve their English. And they always give me 3 reasons. Number 1, they think English is hard. And let me tell you, honestly, Chinese is much harder. English is actually not that difficult. You just have to put some little effort into it. You can read it or most of it. Number two, they always tell me because they're lazy. And one of the beautiful things about classes with 17 is that you can just do it on your phone. Very convenient. You can study anytime. So no need to be lazy. And number three, no opportunity. They say they don't have opportunity to speak English. Well, now you do, because you can come in here and you can write to me right here, and I can answer your questions and I can help you with anything. So thank you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.